Thank you so much.
Thank you, Linda.
Now, let's bring in former Arkansas governor and 2016 presidential candidate Mike Huckabee and the president of Americans for Tax Reform, the one and only Grover Norquist. First to you, Governor. Okay, former President Trump, his massive Saturday rally in deep blue Democrat New Jersey and Wildwood. Governor, that's near Democrat Pennsylvania. Let's show the viewers what's going on with that new New York Times Siena poll. Trump leads Biden in 5 of the 6 battleground states, including Pennsylvania. They're tied in Wisconsin. But, Governor, this is what the New York Times is saying. Quote, Trump's strength here in the battlegrounds is because Trump is gaining with more young, Black and Hispanic voters. So now Trump is taking Democrat voting blocks away from Biden in the battlegrounds?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. When I was a kid, I remember we'd go to these carnivals, and they would give us these, they called them Chinese handcuffs. It was a little net thing, and the harder you pulled to get out, the more stuck you were. What I'm thinking is that the Democrats, in trying to go after Donald Trump, keep entangling themselves, and the harder they pull, the worse it gets for them. If it continues like this, and maybe they'll throw up some more charges at him, it could be the biggest landslide since Ronald Reagan beat Walter Mondale in 1984. This is really moving forward in a way that I don't think most of the Democrats thought would happen. They thought they would get rid of Trump, keep him from being able to run, and it looks like it's Joe Biden. That his best days are sitting on Rehoboth Beach in a lounge chair. When he gets up and goes and says anything, I mean, he completely discombobulates. So this is an extraordinary election year, and it's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, nobody would have predicted this a year ago, Grover. Now Trump is hammering at Biden the way George H.W. went after Michael Dukakis in 1988.
Well, the most powerful issue in American politics since the beginning of the country is the tax issue. And Trump reiterated in New Jersey that he not only cut taxes when he was president, but he intends to cut taxes for everybody, for businesses, for high-income people, low-income people, middle-income people. Everyone is going to be paying less in taxes. Biden goes out and has made a list of the tax increases he's going to impose on everyone. He wants to tax our businesses higher than China. The corporate income tax will be higher than China's. How do we compete? He wants to take a capital gains tax to 44.6%. China's 20. Who invests in the United States, in Biden's America, with a 44.6% capital gains tax, 60 if you live in California, over 50 in New York, because you add the state taxes on top of that, 20 in China. How in the world do we compete with that? The energy taxes he's putting on. Not only is President Trump being strong pro-taxpayer, but Biden's out screaming, I'm going to get you and hit you in taxes you never thought coming. Why?
Yeah, these are trickle. We're calling it, the evening edit is coining this phrase, Governor, what Grover just said. Trickle-down tax hikes. Mm-hmm. So this is Biden's trickle-down tax hikes. You know, Jimmy Carter campaigned on tax cuts. Even Jimmy Carter did not campaign on tax hikes. Let's get your reaction to former President Trump at that Wildwood, New Jersey rally. Officials estimated the crowd was between 80,000 and 100,000. Watch this.
The most grossly incompetent man in government, the worst president ever of any country. The whole world is laughing at him. He's a fool. He's not a smart man. He never was. In prime time, he was considered stupid. He's a moron. And other country leaders who I know, they laugh at him. The worst presidents, take them. Give me the 10 worst names. They haven't done the damage to our country that this total moron has done. We don't have to agree on everything, but we can agree that we want strong borders, not open borders. We want the American dream, not the Biden inflation nightmare. We want safe communities, not defund the police and abolish cash bail. How about cash bail? I'll give you a Trump middle class, upper class, lower class, business class, big tax cut. You're going to have the biggest tax cut. The tax cut was massive. Everybody here knows it because everybody was affected by it. It created jobs, but almost more obviously, it was just a great cut. But at the end of the year, the country took in much more money. It's sort of amazing.
Trump taking the gloves off. He also said, you know, he had been holding back. Now he's unloading. He's unleashing here. What do you think, Governor?
Well, Trump has always been one that pretty well lets it go, and I love this speech. Look at the contrast. He's on his feet for 2 hours giving this just incredible, pungent speech and taking the hide off of Joe Biden. Joe Biden can't even stay awake for 2 hours, much less go to the podium and talk that long. But what a great contrast. When Trump was in office, the average American family was $4,000 a year better off than before. Under Joe Biden, they're almost $12,000 a year worse off because of a combination of tax increases and inflation and the extraordinary mismanagement of the economy. Now, if people are stupid enough to vote for Joe Biden just based on their own personal family finances, I just don't know what to do to help them.
Yeah, what the governor just said. Final word. You know, Grover, Biden will not stop overspending like we're in a war when we are not. Even Federal Reserve researchers say this overspending is fueling inflation, but he wants to raise taxes when there's more than $1 trillion in government waste and fraud. He's not doing anything to stop that. Final word.
Biden intends to raise taxes on everyone. President Trump can go down in history as the greatest tax cutter in American history, not only the tax cuts of 2017, but the one he's outlining now. He could have more in tax cuts than Kennedy did, Coolidge did, Reagan did. It's an amazing legacy. Biden's not going to get us going the other way.
Got it. Governor Mike Huckabee, Grover Norquist, thanks for joining us tonight, gentlemen. It's good to see you again.